He, by mistake, married a snake in woman form. This is a story about betrayal, adultery, and drama so big it even took a life. How a man who couldn't control his private parts gradually discovered the consequences. Now come with me and let us enter this complicated story together and discover what the ending has for us. But just know that the ending was very shocking and exceeded any expectations. So please watch to the end. Who is this woman, father? A harsh voice roared like thunder. It sounded very young and it belonged to a woman, yet it was so harsh.
How dare you? How dare you shout at me? Am I still not your father?
Mr. Ifeanyi shouted. He delivered the resounding slap onto his daughter's face. Chiamaka was shocked. She knew that her father was disappointed in her because she was a female child, but she didn't expect that he would react so strongly. Now get out from here. Your new mother and junior brother is here to stay and you must accept it. Ifeanyi shouted at his daughter. I will never allow these two abominations to stay in this house and ruin this family. Watch and see. Chiamaka responded without any fear. She walked out of the place, totally angered. Mother, how would you allow that lowlife to come here and take your place? Chiamaka was furious. What can I do now? It is what your father wants, and in this village, you know the woman doesn't have any say in anything. You can always take another wife. That is rubbish. We know what that witch wants. She has always hated you for no reason. She wants to come in and chase us out. And my father always wanted a son, but he loved the two of us regardless. This family was very happy before she came, and I will never allow her to succeed over my dead body. Chiamaka stormed off. Chiamaka! Chiamaka! Mrs. Uche tried calling out to her, but her daughter didn't even turn back. She sighed. She knew how hot-tempered and fierce her daughter was, often getting into fights with other villagers, and how she once even insulted the princess. And even after being flogged as punishment, was still very bold and fierce, causing more trouble in the village. She wondered how she would ever settle down and marry if she continued with this attitude in the future. She wondered the crazy thing this her 16-year-old daughter wanted to do now. And soon enough, Uche heard it. Please subscribe if you are enjoying the story at this point, and also watch all the ads. Please don't skip. You help the channel by doing that. Please don't skip the ads. The homebreaker Ezine was in the parlor. She had an evil smile on her face. I will not start immediately. Let this stupid man fall for me completely. Then I will deal with those two nuisances and make myself the first wife. And my mission will be complete. Now, why this mission concerned Ifeanyi was still a huge mystery at this point. Why was Mr. Ifeanyi her target? She was busy thinking evil when Chiamaka walked in. She wanted to stand up and run. She had heard of how hot this 16-year-old was and how fiery her temper was. A girl who could beat a full-fledged muscular man completely. She didn't want to be alone with her. Even with her charms, she still wanted to be far away. But very unexpectedly, Chiamaka smiled to her and led her back to sit down. She exclaimed, "My mother, why do you want to go? Relax, relax. I understand that the way I received you was bad, and Father has talked to me, so I apologize. In order to show you my repentance, I prepared a gift for you. Just wait." Chiamaka smiled brightly at her. She seemed so gentle and welcoming. What was this gift? She was curious. Maybe Ifeanyi had talked sense into this stubborn girl, so she still wanted to see this gift. After some minutes, Chiamaka came back. Everyone screamed, and her reason for screaming was understandable. Because if it was just normal water, it would have been better. This one was boiling hot. Chiamaka had woken up 30 minutes earlier than everyone and boiled this pot of water. Chiamaka had just threw hot water on Ezine's body. Her face no longer had that polite and fake smile. It now turned very fierce. "You homebreaker, I will deal with you in this house, don't worry." When Ifeanyi came back that night, he saw his beloved woman's face and chest disfigured. He punished Chiamaka heavily, flogged and beat her. But Chiamaka didn't care and didn't give up. Chiamaka had just begun. "Mother, why are my powers not working on this little girl?" A shout rang through the night. It was Ezine, and she looked very bitter and pained, and her whole face was bandaged. The hot water really dealt with her face. She wasn't alone actually. She was in the company of 4 other women, and they were all wearing white clothing. This was a cult, a sisterhood. Please subscribe if you have watched this part. But if you, the viewer, had seen this, you might not have been too shocked, because what was in front of them was too frightening. It wasn't a human being. It wasn't a person. It was a huge snake. This snake opened his mouth and actual human language came out. "How dare you raise your voice in a sacred sisterhood? Do you want to die?" Ezine's face became filled with fear. She responded, "Sorry, Queen Mother, I didn't mean to, please forgive me." Ezine knelt down. "I don't know what is special about that child, but she's protected by a special force. You have to be careful with her. If you cannot harm her, go for the person she loves." Ezine agreed. She was going to poison Uche. She had always wanted to become the only woman in the home and enjoy all of Ifeanyi's wealth and complete her mission. It was time to get rid of that nuisance. So under the support of the sisterhood, Ezine went back with a charm and poison to kill Miss Uche. Would Ezine succeed? Miss Uche had made the dangerous mistake of leaving her breakfast in the kitchen. She quickly went to use the toilet. It was then Ezine moved into the kitchen. She had a strange powder in her hand. Ezine checked left, checked right. No one could catch her doing this. She had to be very careful. She opened the pot and sprinkled the poison into the food, and she left very quickly. Uche just finished after some minutes and came for the food. She didn't know, so she made a mistake, a very costly mistake. She ate from the food, finished the whole pot. She shouldn't have. Chiamaka, Mama is sick, oh, Mama is sick. Ngozi rushed to the village stream, her voice filled with panic and fear. What? Chiamaka left the pots that had fallen from her head and broke and launched back to the house. What could have happened to Mother? Chiamaka's whole mind and body was shaking, and she could feel her whole world come crumbling down. Chiamaka held her mother as she lay down, tears streaming down her face. Her mother had been coughing blood non-stop. "Doctor, what is the issue?" The village doctor shook his head. "I'm afraid your mother only has 5 days left to live." No, you are lying. Chiamaka cried for hours. Her beloved mother, her one and all, was going to leave her so soon. How could this be? How could she just fall sick all of a sudden and she was going to die? I want to assure you that part 2 will have a lot of twists and turns and a lot of surprises. Find out what happens. Subscribe so you won't miss out on it.